here today with one of my newer colleagues, Charles Butrico, who is in the Litigation, Tax, and Trust and Estates Department. So thank you so much, Charles, for being here today so we can learn more about you.
Absolutely.
So really interesting background. Before you came to Mandelbaum Barrett, you actually had experience in the Marine Corps and as a staff judge advocate and defense counsel. So tell me about those experiences and how they shaped you as an attorney.
Sure. Those are kind of three different buckets.
Okay.
So I
One
guess
at a time.
I'll go down the line. First as a Marine Corps officer. And I joined the Marines as an officer before I even went to law school. You learn a lot of things in the Marines. You learn discipline. You learn not letting things get to you and just doing things that you don't like to do. I think as an attorney, we often do things that we don't necessarily like or want to do. So, I mean, it's good for that.
Mm-hmm.
The staff judge advocate, the best way of putting it is it's almost like an in-house counsel for generals, high-ranking commanders, colonels, lieutenant colonels who are in command of certain bases or
cool.
assets. Okay. And as a staff judge advocate, you do a lot of things. You advise commanders on ethical requirements, on financial regulations that have to be in compliance with, and also things that take up a lot of the time in military justice, which is just criminal defense, military matters. Mm-hmm. And as far as the defense counsel portion is considered, that's the easiest to explain. It's like a public defender for Marines. So Marines get in trouble and you are assigned a case and you have to represent them start to finish. So that was what I did for the majority of my time in the Marine Corps. I was basically a public defender for Marines.
Okay, so you practice in a lot of different areas of law.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And how do you think that those experiences have kind of translated into private practice and shaped you in doing that?
I think as a staff judge advocate, it taught me a lot about effective communication with individuals who necessarily don't have a lot of time in the day. These are generals that are in charge of thousands of people and all of these different organizations. And you've got to give them the bottom line up front, and you've got to make it quick, concise, easily digestible so that they can get back to the mission. As far as being a defense counsel, I think it's very transferable to litigation. You have to think like the opposition. You've got to be able to anticipate what your opponent's going to do in the courtroom. It also teaches you, though, that you can never be perfectly prepared for anything. As soon as you go into court, things change and all of your preparation, I'm not going to say it all goes out the window, but you have to be able to adjust and flex and basically read the room, read the judge, read the jury, and then just kind of go from there. And I think those are all useful tools in private practice.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, thinking on your feet, that's the most important thing, I think. So what drew you to your areas of practice, doing litigation, doing tax, and some trust and estates work?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a prosecutor. And when I got into the Marine Corps, they told me that I would be going to defense, which looking back, I'm so grateful for. I really liked the time that I had defending Marines and sailors. But I wanted to be in a courtroom. I wanted to litigate. I thought that's what being an attorney meant. And then when I was in law school, I got really interested in tax, wealth management, that kind of stuff. And I'm a person who likes a backup plan. So I knew going into law school that I was going to be in the Marines and I was probably going to do some type of litigation, but I pursued an LLM in tax law. So that has something that I knew that I would be passionate about and would want to work on. I don't know what it is that drew me to tax. I was a math major, so I'm probably one of the few lawyers that doesn't hate numbers. I enjoy them. But in terms of litigating and tax, those are the two areas that I like. And I've wanted to be in a courtroom since I was really young.
Well, luckily our firm does do quite a bit of litigation involving trust and estates and even tax issues. So good fit. So what stood out about Mandelbaum Barrett that made you want to practice law here?
All of the good things that I found in the Marine Corps, the people and the culture. That's what struck me instantly. Everyone here is very kind, very understanding, very patient, and also just so professional. I mean, from day one, just walking in and just going around the building with some of the people that I was interviewing with, it struck me how friendly and concise everyone was, and how everyone was just a consummate professional here. And so it's like I didn't even miss a beat. I felt right at home.
Yeah, that's great. And I've heard that from so many people that the attorneys here, are so, pleasant and congenial to deal with. And I think that helps us with each other and also helps our clients, obviously. What are you most excited to do next in your career?
I really like diving into subject matter areas. Some of the most, I'm not going to say fun, but some of the most rewarding trial experiences that I had were where there was a complex topic, whether it be medical or digital forensics in nature. And I just had to spin myself up, really dive into the subject matter and not become an expert. And it takes years to do something like that, but really just immerse myself in the subject matter, pour it all into that, and then apply it, whether that be in a courtroom or in a motion or in interactions with clients, so that they can see that you're really working for their cause. And that's not, relegated just to trial stuff. I think tax, trust, estates, elder law, it provides a lot of opportunities to just dial in, look at a subject matter, immerse yourself in it. And that's what I enjoy. And that's what I really hope to do here.
Well, I think you'll have a lot of opportunities to do that. So no shortage of that. Well, thank you so much, Charles, for talking with us today. It was great to get to know you better.